Cha-cha! Hello everybody, John here, and I know it's been a while since you've seen my face, but we're back in some sort of interesting way with a nice Lego review. So, these are all of the brand new Lego Sonic sets that actually have come out on August 1st. This video should be going up on August 2nd, as I got them early due to my friend TheBrickWiz himself, Matthew. Courtesy of LAN, the Lego Ambassador Network, and he got these part of LAN, and I believe it's because his audience is more towards Star Wars, and that's the thing, is that's kind of what he's catered towards. So I decided to I thought I'd ask him hey, if you didn't want to cover these, I would absolutely cover them for you. I mean, I'm not the biggest Sonic fan, but I mean already looking at all the stuff the Lego team's doing, with the marketing and all, the takeover and all that. Plus, all the cool stuff with the mustache getting in my mouth. The games look really fun, and this definitely makes me want to play them. Anyway, again, I need to thank Lan and Matt for sending these over to me, just so I can talk about them a little bit with you guys. I was going to do these in separate videos, but this is all trial and error. It's been a while since I did a Lego review, but maybe this is a good way to get back into it. And I mean, I can't thank them enough for just sending this, for allowing me to do this, and just kind of talk about them, what I think about them, get a little goofy with you guys, because I got this special Sonic shirt just for this from Box Lunch. It's pretty cool. It's a nice button down. It's actually really soft, which is fun too. And I got these goggles and my mustache in my mouth. Yeah, so let's just jump on in and go for there. All right, anyway, so starting off, we have our, our 5 sets here again for the Lego Sonic theme, which is really awesome, a great, strong start. And again, as I mentioned before, there's a lot of marketing that's going on with it, so I'm really hoping that Sonic actually continues after this, because we do get, I think, 4 to /5, main characters, and we'll get into that in a second when it comes to, the named characters, not just the enemies. So yeah, let's look at our sets here and just see what we're working with. So we got our first one in the front here, which is essentially a little starter course. Set number, sorry, the mustache really getting out of my mouth. 76990. It's about 300 pieces, a little bit under 300 pieces. It's going to run you about $35, but this actually also has the white Chaos Emerald in it. Every set has different Chaos Emeralds in them. There's going to be the 7 in total, which we also see in the idea set that came out previously, and we'll be going into comparisons of those a little bit later on. But I wanted to do, we'll do that at the end of that. So anyway, we got our starter course here, again coming with Sonic, and then the Motobug. Motobug also showing up in the previous ideas set. This one basically introduces us to the whole play style of Sonic, where it's the little blue sphere for him to do a spin dash attack, and basically a big button that you slam down, and Sonic will launch across the course, go up ramps, go in the big the Green Hill Zone loop, which we'll see later on in the bigger set, because I did that one a few test runs myself, and it was actually a lot of fun, that the playability and things with that. So yeah, this is the smallest set here. It basically just comes with Sonic. He comes with a little DJ booth. He's got a little arch to go through, and always rings to collect to power up. Every set comes with some rings, of course, because you got to get powered up and go even faster, because you got to go fast. Next up, we have a set that I was going to get on my own, honestly, before I was given this opportunity, which was going to be the Tornado set. I believe it's Tails' Workshop and Tornado, and this is set number 76991. About a little over 300 pieces, almost to 400. This one's going to run you about $40. And this is actually the second time we've seen the Tornado. So the Tornado we actually see first in Lego Dimensions, where Lego Sonic first technically started, which I actually have to figure as well. And again, we'll go into comparisons a little bit later on. But this also comes with the yellow Chaos Emerald that Tails has in his workshop. What I think is really cool is that, first off, this one comes with Sonic, and actually a different version of Sonic than the first set, where he has his winking face, he's a little showing off his attitude there. We have Tails, his best buddy Miles Tails Brower, as well as the Buzz Bomber, which is one of the robots that Eggman has made to combat Sonic. What's also really fun detail is that all of the little robots and things can house small little animals, because Eggman's using them to power the robots, and Sonic obviously has to go and save them. So it's really cool that all of them have the ability to house the little animals, and then once you knock on into them, you save our little buddies, and we'll put them back in their little nests and send them on their way. But that one is a really cool set, because I mean the Tornado is pretty iconic. Sonic's always on top of it, which he can be in the set, which I think is really nice. So it's just fun details in there. Another pretty solid set. Then moving on, we have our third set, which is 76992. This is like Amy and Tails like Animal Island. A little more pieces than the last one, but still under 400 pieces. This one's gonna run about $50, and this actually has 2 Chaos Emeralds, being the pink and the cyan. And this also comes with crab meat, which is a crab type enemy, which we actually also see in the idea set. So it's cool to get him like with better detail in there, and he's pretty big. There's a lot of secrets hidden without the set, which I think is really fun. There's like a lot of slides and everything for the animals. So if you guys have a little animal pieces, it's really cool to throw them on in there so they all have a fun place to hang out. There's like a collapsible bridge. I think there's a place for Amy to smash her hammer down, and the hammer like opens up, and then the Chaos Emerald is revealed. And there's also a little secret compartment that happens to have a little Chow egg. And there's no confirmation or anything like that, but I would just assume that's what it is. Usually it's like Amy and Cream and all those guys that take care of the Chows. So I would just assume that that egg is a Chow egg. Fourthly, we are heading on to Eggman's Death Egg Robot. Now this one I definitely wanted to get as well. This one was announced last when it came to the Sonic sets. I think everything was announced initially except for this set until Sonic Day, and then this one was released with like Eggman's wrap, which was a pretty cool wrap, honestly. And this one comes with Sonic and Dr. Eggman himself. Honestly, one of my favorite minifigures of all time. Just I love his design. Like he has such like a cute face, and his like long legs, his big body. It's like all one big molded piece. And needless to say, because Eggman has said it himself, the one in the idea set is not the most flattering design of Eggman. So being able to get him as a real figure, really showing off his likeness and everything is really a way to do him justice. So I'm really glad that he was thrown in here as a real figure. This one also comes with Cubot, which is one of Eggman's like little helper guys. It doesn't come with Orbot though, which is his little red companion. So maybe later on we'll get Orbot, but it was just pretty interesting to see them, without being together. But this one's really cool because you get Sonic and Eggman. And I've said to some of my friends and everything like that probably the best combination so far for sets to get everybody in like a pretty efficient way would be to do Amy's little island here, because you get Amy, Tails, and Crab Meat, plus like Amy Rose character, you get a few Chaos Emeralds, and then the Death Egg Robot here, set number 76993. A little over 600 pieces. It's gonna run you about $60, and this one comes with the blue Chaos Emerald, which is like powering a little Tesla coil, which I think is a really cool detail in there. That is powering the robot itself, and that way you get Sonic and Eggman, plus the little play feature that Sonic gets as well. So it's a really cool way to just get everybody and have like a small little scene going on. And then we are heading on to the Grand Poobah set, which is the Giant Green Hill Zone. So it's going to be set number 76994, Sonic's Green Hill Zone Loop Challenge. And this is the one where I'll show the footage probably around here of me testing out the actual play function and getting him through the entire course there, which I thought was a pretty cool, an achievement in and of itself. But this one's like the biggest one. It's going to be about a little over 800 pieces, 802 pieces, and this one is $100. So this one comes with big loop, pieces that make like a big course for Sonic to go through. A great way of reusing the stunts courses and things like that from Lego City that we had recently. We have like a big ring for Sonic to go through, but it comes with Sonic with the Wink, Dr. Eggman again, Amy, with a different hammer this time, which is actually pretty interesting that we have already a different hammer design for Amy. And then we have Chopper and Newtorn, which is like this little gecko guy. But they all house their little animals, and the whole thing is to get through the entire course. Amy also rides around a little jet ski, which I think is pretty funny. But then we have to get to Dr. Eggman's robot. I'm not sure what the robot like mech thing is called. I don't know if it's like a hopper or anything like that. That one kind of escapes me. But it's like his more iconic like bubble car that is also within the the idea set over there. So it's pretty cool that he's there with like the legs on the robot. All the animals are hidden on within the bottom of it, and then if Sonic like smashes into it enough times, Eggman will then be able to deploy off of it, and he actually has like a little stand for him to like float on and attack Sonic again with his buzzsaw and blasters and drills and all that kind of cool stuff. But again, Sonic is not one to be deterred. He'll have a nice chili dog, and then become like Popeye, get all boosted up, and smash right into Eggman and save all his little furry friends. So yeah, that's like the brief overview of all the sets here. Again, my personal favorites are the ones with Eggman, before they announced the Eggman robot, I was gonna get again the Tornado and then the really big one, so that I can get everybody, and then I would have a repeat Sonic, which would be okay. But now I think the better combination is definitely just the Death Egg robot, because then you get that play feature in there, as well as Amy's Island, because then you get Amy and Tails. So you get the whole cast and crew there for a pretty efficient price. I mean, for the Amy one's about 50, I said, and then the Death Egg robot is 60. So that'd be about like 110. And it's $10 more than just like the biggest set itself. So it's a nice way to get everybody in there, which I think is pretty fun. And then let's take a look at some comparisons actually to the idea set and previous Sonic figures. Looking at our Sonic figures here, so first we'll look at our original Lego Sonic figure from Lego Dimensions. So his whole uniquely molded head that he's still using to this day, which I think is really nice. And this one I always saw as like Sonic from like kind of the mid this mustache. From like 2000 to like maybe 2010 or so. Like I want to say maybe like Sonic Unleashed and everything like that, which is a game that I played. That was the, I think, first and only Sonic game I ever played so far. But this one's a pretty nice figure. I mean, he's got like those green eyes in there, which is why like I kind of say that. And he's got like a more oval shaped round stomach. He still has like his skin tone arms. I know like it's a big meme where the Sonic has his blue arms from like Sonic Boom and all that. But we have dual molded legs where it's blue and then white, and then the bottom part there on the white is printed with red. And he's like a pretty basic figure. I mean, he definitely served his purpose back in the day when that happened. And it also came with the mini Tornado. But then moving on to the Ideas set, we have our other Sonic. This is our second time ever seeing Sonic. His mouth being on a totally opposite side, actually, which I think is interesting. It being on his right side, where every other figure's actually got the mouth on the left. On the little stand here that I have been presented on, we have all our Chaos Emeralds here, so you can keep track of all of them there. Red, pink, blue, cyan, green, yellow, and white. And this one has dual molded legs as well, but his are actually blue and then red with white printing on the red bits, as well as a little white band and yellow buckle for his shoes. So that was really cool that we got like that unique side leg printing just for that small little bit there. And he's actually missing the green from his eyes, because this is like OG classic Sonic. Probably my favorite one, honestly. I just like the basic design with like the black eyes, and I think he's like pretty prime Sonic figure. And then moving on to, of course, our current figures, we have regular Sonic and then Winking Sonic, kind of a merge of both of them. Also classic Sonic has like a very round belly because he is classic Sonic. This one again is like a merge of the two, where we have like, it's not so much an oval, but it's kind of pointed towards the bottom. And again, dual molded legs with the blue going into the red with that side printing on there. So that's really awesome. And then they actually are like a merge kind of between the two with like that brighter blue, but they do have like the green eyes in there. So I think that's like, really great combinations. I just like the classic. So obviously I'm going to go for, the OG classic Sonic from the Idea set. But, the regular Sonic here that we get in our waves, I do not mind at all. I think he's really awesome. But it's really cool to see, how he's evolved over the years, and just have, like, the details and everything that they're kind of throwing in there. Okay, and then real quick, we'll take a look at some of the enemies here. So this is the difference between, like, the Motobug, and we have, like, the crab meats in there. So these are the ones versus the ones in the Idea set. Clearly, I think just because of, like, what the Idea set was, the figures weren't able to be as detailed as they are now. So now we get, like, full force, kind of getting that full detail in there, as I mentioned before. So that's really awesome. And then, of course, we will be looking at our Eggman. I think there's not really much to say here. The differences are pretty blatant and obvious, and we've definitely gotten a major upgrade there. Not to knock, like, the designers and all that kind of stuff, but I mean, I think it was a pretty clear consensus that it was a very odd design choice to put, like, the pink piece in there for his nose, like, as a weird laying down piece, and, like, his mustache, and, like, his face. So that was just kind of odd. And then, of course, the car is kind of more blocky opposed to this one that's a lot more nicely detailed. But that is the comparison for those ones, at least. But yeah, I think we might be all good here. Looking at the Sonic sets, I mean, again, I think this is like a pretty great wave. I'm super excited to see where it goes in the future. If you guys have any questions or anything, or want me to show off, some more stuff or anything like that, let me know. If you guys haven't been here before, I'm like a gamer. I do like kind of gaming content. And occasionally, I try to loop in the Lego stuff. I haven't really found my format yet. I don't have too much room to really have like a studio or anything. If you guys have ever seen my room, I might do a tour soon. Kind of just showing off all my Lego and everything. You guys can kind of like barely see it within the frame here. But sorry, I gotta take this mustache off. But anyway, I gotta thank you guys for watching. And since I am a gamer guy, there's the game Sonic Superstars coming out later this year. So if you guys like to see kind of stuff like that, I already pre-ordered the game because you can actually play as Lego Sonic. And being able to play as Lego Sonic, like immediately I was like, I gotta play this game. I haven't played Sonic, again in like a few years / decades out. So I gotta jump back into it. So be excited for that. I don't think a release date has been announced for that game, but if you pre-order it now, not sponsored or anything, again by anybody, by LAN or whoever, or Sega. But I just gotta say, like, I'm a big fan of these sets. If you guys like Sonic, definitely stick around because I'll be playing that game later on whenever it comes out. Because if you pre-order it, you can play it, I'm assuming it's Lego Sonic, but they definitely advertise that if you pre-order it, you actually get a Lego Dr. Eggman skin for, I'm assuming Eggman like as an enemy, not much as a playable character, but I think that's super cool and that, absolutely hooked me. So if you guys are interested in that, stick around. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, you can like it. Stick around, again, subscribe if you want to. I just wanted to kind of show off the Sonic sets I was graciously able to show off for you guys. And yeah, so I hope you have a great day and keep having those chili dogs and going fast, I guess. Take care.